Hi everyone, it's Tatiana or T Too Much, and today I'll be showing you guys how to make this beautiful flower bag charm. So, for the materials, you will need a darning needle. I'm using a curved one. You don't have to use a curved one. This is completely optional. You will need a stitch marker. You will need some scissors, some stuffing, and of course a 4mm hook. Now for the yarn, you will need 3 different colors, and with this pattern you can use any weight yarn. The recommended size or weight is 4, but for example for this pink one here, I used a weight 3 yarn for these 2 colors and a weight 4 yarn for this middle one here, and it came out just as nice, but the only downside is that it's just smaller. And you can use literally any yarn available. For this blue one, the yellow, this red one, and the green one, I used all weight 4, and for these two I used weight 4 for these 2 colors and weight 5 I believe for these 2 colors. This black here, it is a fluffy chenille yarn. So you can use whatever yarn you have available, which is really nice. Okay, so now let's get started. I will be using a lighter colored yarn so that way you guys will be able to see my stitches and it just makes it easier for you guys to view. Obviously this is optional, you don't have to use lighter colored yarn. You can use whatever colored yarn you please. So first we're going to do a magic ring, and in order to do that we're going to do an X across our 2 fingers like so. Then we're going to use our hook, go under this first hoop right here and over the second. We're going to pull that second one and just let it go. And to secure our ring so it doesn't go anywhere, we're just going to chain 1. So now you have a magic ring. Next in our magic ring, we're going to do 10 half double crochets. So in order to do so, we're going to yarn over and insert into our ring. Yarn over again, and you should have 3 little hoops on your ring. We're going to yarn over again and go through all 3 of those loops. Now, in order so we don't lose count, we're going to grab our stitch marker and place it right where we just did that half double crochet. So that was 1 half double crochet. Let's do another one. Yarn over, insert into the ring, yarn over again. You should have 3 hoops, yarn over again, and pull through all 3 of those loops. That was 2. I'm going to do 1 more so that way you guys can do the last 7 on your own. Yarn over, insert into the ring, yarn over again, 3 loops, yarn over, and pull through all 3 of those hoops. So now we have 3, 1, 2, and 3. Another way to count is you can see these V's at the top. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I'm gonna let you guys do the last 7 on your own, and I'll meet you guys back here. Okay, so now that we've finished our 10 half double crochets, there should be a little string hanging out. We're gonna grab that string and pull it to tighten our magic ring. Next, in the stitch where we placed our stitch marker, we're gonna do a slip stitch. So we're gonna take out our stitch marker. Remember where you placed your stitch marker. We're gonna insert our hook into that same stitch that we just took out our stitch marker. And we're gonna yarn over and just pull through like so. Then we're gonna chain 1 and cut our yarn. And there you go. That is your centerpiece right here. And now all you need to do is make a second one, because we have the front and the back piece. So now I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do another one of these, and I will meet you guys back here to do the second part. Okay, so now that we've made our 2 centerpieces, we're going to grab our second color that we're going to use for the middle, and we're going to make a slip knot. In order to do that, we're going to do an X, just like how we did for the magic ring. We're going to flip it, go under and over, just let go of your yarn, and you should have a long string and a short string. All you need to do is pull the short string and it will tighten, and that is your slip knot. Next, we're going to insert our hook into the slip knot and tighten. So now that we have our slip knot, we're going to grab one of our center pieces, and we are going to insert our hook into any one of these stitches, any one of these, but I'm going to insert it into this first one. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. Grab your yarn. You should have 2 low loops and just pull through. That is your slip stitch. Next, we're going to chain 2. Yarn over, pull through, that's 1. Yarn over, pull through again, that is 2. Next, we're going to do 1 double crochet into this same stitch that I did here. Yarn over, insert into the same stitch that I did, or that you did, the same one. Yarn over, pull through. This is like a half double crochet. You have 3 little loops. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops here, the first 2. You should have 2 left. Yarn over and pull through those last 2. That is 1 double crochet. Next, we're going to do a triple crochet. In order to do this, we're going to yarn over twice. 1, 2. We're going to insert into the same exact stitch where you did your double crochet. Yarn over, pull through. You should have a total of 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. You should have 3 hoops. Yarn over, pull through 2 again. You should have 2. Yarn over and pull through those last 2. And that is a treble crochet. Next, we're going to do another treble crochet, but in the next stitch. The next stitch is right here. This is the next stitch, right here. So we're going to yarn over twice. 1, 2, put it into the next stitch, yarn over. You should have a total of 4 hoops. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through the last 2. Next, we're going to do 1 double crochet into the same stitch that we just did. Yarn over once into the same stitch that we just did. Yarn over, pull through. You should have only 3 hoops. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through those last 2. Next, we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Then the last step to make one of these petals is to slip stitch into the same stitch still. Not the next, the same one. Slip stitch. And that is one of your petals. So now I'm going to repeat this step one more time, just so you guys know for sure how to do it. Chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to do a double crochet right into this loop right here. Right into this loop. Double crochet, yarn over into this loop, the next loop. You have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Next, we're going to do a triple crochet, yarn over twice. In the same stitch, you insert your hook, yarn over. You should have 4 hoops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and yarn over, pull through 2. Now in your next stitch right here, we're going to do another treble crochet, yarn over twice, insert your hook, there's 4 hoops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and yarn over and pull through 2. Next, we're going to do a double crochet into the same stitch. Yarn over, in the same stitch you insert your hook. You should have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through those last 2. Then once again we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch into that same stitch. And that is what you will be doing for this second color that you have. And you're going to repeat this step until you have 5 petals total. And you also want to do this for your second center. You want to repeat these steps for the rest of this way and for this one as well. And I will meet you guys back when I have both finished. So at the end, I forgot to mention that once you're done with your 5 petals, there's going to be another little gap right here that is completely normal. All you need to do is slip stitch into that one as well. Chain 1 and cut your yarn and continue working with your other one. Okay, so now that we finish our 2 little flowers, we can flip them to the back, and there's going to be all these loose strands everywhere and they're going to be annoying to work with. So what you can do is tie them together. I already tied them together, but let's just do it once more. You can just tie them together and cut them. And we're gonna do the same with this other one here. I already tied mine, but you can go ahead and tie yours and cut it. So now that we have those cut, we're gonna work on the last color. So in order to do this, we're gonna make a slip knot, make an X, go under this first strand here and over the second. You can just let it go. You should have a long strand and a short strand. Pull the short strand, and this is your slip knot. We're gonna grab our hook and tighten. So now grab one of your flowers, and we're gonna go into this hole right here where we did our first petal. You can go into any one of these holes, like this one, this one, this one, this one. Any one of these is fine. I'm going to go into this one right here. And we are going to do a slip stitch. So now that we have our last color attached, we are going to go into our chain 2 space that we did. Our chain 2 space is open right here. you can see that there's 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We want to go next to this one, which is right here. There's an open space. We want to go into that open space and do a single crochet. So you have 2 loops on your hook. Pull and go through those 2. And we want to do another one in this same space. And that's a single crochet. Next, we're going to do 1 single crochet into this one right here, right next to it, right here. Go into it, and we're going to do a single crochet. Next, we're going to go into the stitch next to it right here, and we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Now, and then same next one next to it, we're going to go into it and do another 2 single crochets. Into this next one, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And into this last chain space right here, we're going to do exactly what we did on the other side. 2 single crochets. And last, we're going to go into this stitch right here and do a slip stitch. And that is going to start to form that little petal around it. So I'm going to repeat this one more time. We're going to go into this chain 2 space, do 2 single crochets, insert your hook, yarn over, there's 2 little hoops, and pull into this next one here. Right here, we're going to do 1 single crochet. Into this next one, we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Into this next one, once again, we're going to do 2 single crochets, into this next one, we're going to do 1 single crochet, and into the chain 2 space, once again, we're going to do 2 single crochets. And once again, we're going to go into this stitch right here and do a slip stitch. So you want to repeat this pattern throughout the entire thing. I'm going to show you guys really quick here again into this chain 2 space. You want to do 2 single crochets. And then into this next one, 1 single crochet. The one next to it, 2 single crochets. The one next to it, another 2 single crochets. The one next to it, 1 single crochet. And then in the chain 2 space, 2 single crochets and a slip stitch in here. Now you want to repeat exactly what you did with this one to this one. But once you're done with this one, you obviously cut the yarn. But once you get to the second petal, do not cut the yarn at all. Leave the yarn because that is how we are going to attach them together. So I'm going to come back with both my petals done, one of them loose and one of them with the yarn still attached, and I'll meet you guys back here. Okay, so now that we finished our 2 pieces, one attached and one not, we're going to attach them together. So in order to do this, you need to obviously flip one over, and we're going to connect the petals like so. And in order to connect them, we're going to do single crochets. So in each stitch that you just made, we're gonna go into this first one here. And on the same exact side as the other flower, we're gonna go into this one. So it should look like this. Then to attach it, we're going to do a single crochet. Grab the hook, pull through, grab the hook and pull through. Then in the next stitch, which is right here, we're going to insert our hook, as well as on the other side. Insert our hook, and do a single crochet. Now on this next stitch, insert our hook, and with your other flower on the next stitch, insert your hook, and do a single crochet. In the next one, insert your hook, as well as on the second flower, insert your hook, and do a single crochet. So we're gonna repeat this all the way around. I'm going to do it up until here to show you guys, to make sure you know each step. In the next one here, insert your hook, and same on the other side, insert your hook, and do a single crochet. In this next one, right here, insert your hook, same on the other side, insert your hook, and do a single crochet. And you'll see that it starts to form into that shape. Just like on this one, when you connect it, you're gonna see that, I guess, sort of dent in your flower. That's normal. So we're going to continue, insert your hook into the next stitch, same on the other side, and do a single crochet, insert your hook, same with the other side once again, and do a single crochet, and insert your hook again, and same with the other side, and do a single crochet. So this is what it should look like. Next, we're going to go into this same spot right here, and same on the other side, go through that same spot, and we're going to do a slip stitch. And this is what it should start looking like. It's going to start closing up. So you want to repeat this same thing until you get to the second to last petal. So you want to repeat this same one for these next two. And I'll meet you guys back here. Okay, so now that we've finished connecting our other two pieces, we are going to start filling. So before we fill, there's going to be these loose pieces. You can just tuck those in. And you should be fine. So now we're going to begin filling each one of these flowers that are closed. These two are going to wait until last. So grab your filler, and we're going to start to fill each one of these flowers. So I'm going to start with this one. And to make it easier, you can just squish it in there with your hook. And your flower should start forming like so. As you can see, all the rest are pretty flat. But once you put that filler in, your flower will start shaping. I'm going to do this next one. this next one. So this is what mine looks like. Pretty filled. And if you ever feel like your flower is still too flat, you can always add more. And now I'm going to crochet this second one here, and we're gonna stop at this one so that way we can fill it. And then once you get halfway to this last one, you can start to fill it and close it completely. And then I will meet you guys back for the last and final step to make the chain. Okay, so now that we finished our flower completely, and we're gonna work on the chain, which is the very last step. So we're going to chain a total of 50 chains. Now this is an option. You can do less or more depending on how long you want your chain. Some of mine are really long, some of them are short. It just depends on the length you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and chain 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So now that we've chained 50, you can always measure how long you want it by just literally placing it on here, because this is where we're gonna place the chain, so you can see however long it is. Now I would recommend the shortest size is 50, just because if you want to loop it around, you need enough space to actually put the flower in there completely. So I'm gonna chain 10 more to make it 60, just because I like mine a little longer. Okay, and once again you can measure it by just putting it right here, and this is how long mine is gonna be. So once you finish chaining however many chains you want, you go back into the same stitch where your chain is coming from. So let's say if this chain was coming from on this side, then you would go into here. But since it's coming in from, or coming out of this side, we want to go into this stitch right here. And we're just going to grab our yarn and do a slip stitch. And to secure it, chain 1. And we can cut our yarn. Pull. And that is your flower. So now we have some loose ends. And to get rid of those loose ends, we're going to use our darning needle. And we're just going to insert it wherever. It doesn't matter where. We just want it to be as secure as possible. So you can just keep inserting it. I only do it a couple times just because it's already pretty sturdy on there. And we're going to do the same to our last strand here. Insert it wherever. Cut. And we're done. So this is the end of my tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.